Hey guys, this is Patrick Powers. This video is for MDF1, the week 4 of the September class. So we created an application this week, and it basically parsed XML data from the web into the application to create a table view, a detail view, and then it has a UI tab controller that allows you to see that XML data that is being parsed on the second view. So here we have I have a currency one. Click there, you saw the currencies from all around the world, and then the currencies, the detail view of those currencies, and then the second view with that UI text view. I also have a web view of that same. For some reason it doesn't actually populate the XML, not sure exactly why that is, and then switching back, it's not part of exactly the project, but I did that. So the first view controller, basically setting up those variables for the connection to get that XML data. This is where we actually are storing once we have retrieved that data, and then we have the array of once we actually parse the data. This is my array that I'm holding it into, and then we have the UI table view outlet. Going over to the first view controller, setting up a few things with right up front within the view did load. This is the array, that currency array that we're dumping our parsed data into. Here is creating that URL, making that connection, and then putting the data into the NS mutable data, the request data. Here is where we actually then go and get the data from the file that we have created, and initializing the parser. Here is where we are running the code, making sure that the connection did finish loading with the XML data that we're retrieving. Down here, and then we actually turn it into code that we can read, which I believe is outputted here. Let's see. Got a lot of stuff and it's logged, right? I believe it's in here somewhere. There we go, down there. Then we have the get file data from file, which we, again, up here in the view did load, right there, get file from the data.xml. So we're going in and getting that file so that we can then parse it, and this is the actual parsing of that data to then go into our week 1, 2, and 3 of creating that table view, that cell, and then the ability to select that cell and go into a detail view controller. Here's my detail view controller, pretty basic, 2 labels with a back button, so there's nothing fancy there. And within the .m file you can see there is nothing fancy there, it's just dismissing the modal view controller when you push back, and then setting those the one label to the whatever particular currency you select. Here's the item, creating that object, and this is an area that I need to work on to figure out how, when we create this object, to then come in and pull out a particular area of that object, because you can see I did not put the rate here. Second view controller, there's the XIB with the text view. Let's see, and the second view controller .h. So second view controller over here. Again, I did the web view and the UI text view, even though the UI text view is the only thing we really needed, but since we had videos about the UI web view, I wanted to use it. Setting up those IB outlets for all those for the buttons that I used, and then also the actions for also those buttons. Within this section, there's nothing too fancy. IB action for those to actually switch back and forth between the web view. And then my issue really was being able to, once we pulled all this information in for the first view, actually transferring it over to the second view. Couldn't figure out how to do that. And that's, again, an area, transferring views, grabbing particular areas of an object out for a particular thing. Simple concepts, but things I need to go back and revisit and review again. So that's it. Thanks so much.